Hey everybody, Robert here from Practice Space. Really happy to be here with you all just to go over the new user experience for Practice Space 2.0. We've been really hard at work at it for the past few months, and we are really excited to show you all the Practice Space 2.0 features kind of a redesign of the teacher app on the web and mobile. And in the past, when we've released, new kind of flows, people have kind of wanted some more guidance and walkthroughs. So here we are. So I'm going to go ahead and go live with the web, and then we can take a look at the app. And please just, ask us any questions along the way. And maybe if you can if you can put it in the chat, if anybody. So I'll go ahead and get going here. Basically what I'm going to do really is mostly a demo of like I normally would with someone who's kind of interested about Practice Space, just because I feel like it's a pretty good overview. So this is a new look and feel. Here on the dashboard, you're going to be able to see your leaderboard and recent awards. That was really a big ask. And that's also more obvious on the mobile version now, which I think people really wanted, just to be able to see their leaderboard without having to go to the website. So that's going to be here. If you click view all, it will take you to the leaderboard tab. Same back here. If you click view all on recent awards, it will pop up into like a larger window, just to show you a few more of what students have earned in the app. And while we're talking about the awards, I just wanted to pop over here. And we have new badges that are a little bit more modern. And I mentioned in the video that we made, one fun thing is that it's just going to be a lot easier for us to add a bunch more awards here, which we will do shortly. Mainly around, like, I feel like we have a lot of streak awards already, but mainly around like number of practices, extra time, like how much extra time they do, how many lessons they've had, clips, and the levels as well have been redone as far as the badges go. Anyway, back to the dashboard. The practice feed really works the same, but it's just has a little bit of a nicer feel to it, a little more open. And you can get some stats about your students' practice here. So over on the My Students tab, this is a little different. We used to have like a tab for students and a tab for groups. This kind of view just lets you see what you have more in one view. If you have more than one group, it will pop, a little menu will pop up. So we can just go ahead and add one. So there's an add new button. A lot of if you want to add things, a lot of the buttons have moved up here. So we'll see a similar thing with creating a new lesson. But when you go to add a new group, we can just call it 2.0 demo next. And then you select some students that you want to add to that group, add them, and then save it. And then that will take you to the actual group menu. But see up here, so like if you have two more groups, that will take you to all of your groups. And then you can filter by all groups, active groups, or like archived groups, which would be like if you've stopped teaching a group. And that the rest of that will work very similar to creating a lesson, which we'll go over in a second. And then, you have your view of all of your students. You can also just send them a message directly from here, which is something that a lot of people requested, just because before you had to go open the profile and then click message. So you can do it from right there. I mean, you can always just click this icon also and just jump into all your messages from there. So yeah, let's go into, the main utility, which is going to be to create content for our students. So when you open up a student's profile, you're now going to be able to see some of these details about the student right here, like how long their streak they're on. Before, you could only see that by clicking the details, but we have that here. And now, if you scroll down, that minimize is really nice to kind of get out of the way. Same thing if you want to look at their practices, any group lessons they might be a part of, you can see here. And under the details page, you can see when they joined your Studio on Practice Space, their general practice goal, some stats about their weekly practice, and then this here has gotten a little bit bigger. Some people wanted that. And then you can see the awards down there. And then when you go to create a new lesson, you'll see that the option is up to the upper right. And then it's the same. You can create one from scratch, or you can copy the last lesson. Most people copy the last lesson. And then, this part remains pretty unchanged, except for creating an assignment. You can get it from your library. There's a better tagging layout, which I'll go over in a second. But you can add assignments from your library, or you can also create a new one from there, or you can create a new one from here. This is going to be different. This is a different layout. So basically, let's go over this. So if we say practice space 2.0, and then of course, the instructions menu, what to work on is going to be very similar to before. And then if you want to assign tags to the assignment, basically, one I always use is demo. You can put it there. But if you want to create a new one, so like if I call it new demo, I can create a tag for it, and then I've created the tag and tagged it. So you don't have to create the tag and then tag it. That's all good for you now. And then you can attach files from your library. You can add a new one from your device, just like before, except for that you can add more than one at once, which I'll also go over in the library. Camera's the same. And then, you can record audio directly to the platform now. So you don't have to record and then upload it. You can record directly. That was a huge request. So we're glad to have that. Quick note on that. Safari is really glitchy right now with the audio codec for this. So we recommend everybody use Chrome as their browser, especially if you're going to be doing audio recordings. We're working on that, but it's just a little frustrating. And so that's how you attach files now. So you don't have to go to a new tab. I didn't attach anything, so just for good measure, I'll go ahead and just attach this demo video and create new, and that's all there. Other than that, things are pretty much the same. You can drag things into the order that you deem fit for your student. You can remove the assignment from their practice list. And if you have not saved something to your library, like I'll just create a new one called not saved. And it default saves, but if you create and add it, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to add that, you can just go back, click save to library, and save that. So that, and then that will be in your library now. That was also a widely requested feature. So that's pretty much, how that goes. We have added a metronome to the web now, and you can also set the practice goal as before and click publish, and that gets sent to the student side, which, by the way, the student side is the same right now. We haven't changed anything with that. So I don't think I've forgotten anything with the My Students tab. Jumping over to the My Library, I feel like this is where a lot of work was done. And I'm excited about the layout of a few things. First of which is the tags. A lot of people were starting to have a lot of tags, especially when um, so much was imported from other platforms. So when you go to filter by tag, a couple things here, you can easily like remove tags. So you can delete tags by opening them up and edit them. And it's just kind of a much easier way to find, like if you have a ton of tags, it's much easier to find, you know, like on the go what that is, what's tagged, like new demo. I just did that one. So, and it's always, I also want to make sure people understand it's and logic. So if you want, like say I want a beginner piano piece that is classical, right? I don't have that. So that would only show like what like these two things, right? If I want beginner piano and Alford level 1A, then that's what I have that fits both of those tags. Just to make sure people are clear on that. And just one thing I forgot to mention is this is also like when you're creating an assignment, you can from your library, you can, also get the tags there. So that's all well and good. Also, you can bulk delete assignments and files. So if you don't want, like, I'm just gonna, I have all these demo video. I do a lot of demos, so I can go ahead and, delete all those files so they're not, causing a mess. So that's going to make it a lot easier for people to clean out their assignments or files if they want little spring cleaning. And one thing that I'm really excited about is with the add files is that obviously, one of our goals with Practice Space is to save teachers time. And one thing that I do think caused people to spend more time in some instances is on initial setup when you're trying to get a bunch of files on here and you have to upload them one by one. It's kind of a drag. So, now you're able to just grab a bunch of files, put them in there, and then that will all, bulk upload. So like I could also go and edit these a little bit more. And if I want to put like tag them properly, etc., I can. But then I'll go add files and then there'll be a little upload queue here. But you can go about your business, right? That's just going to all be in the background. So, please try that out. Let us know if you experience any issues with that, so we can fix it right away. But, that it's been working pretty smoothly for most of us in testing. And that's pretty much it with the library. If you click on the studio tab here, it's just a little bit nicer of a feel, a little more obvious to, get your studio code. And if you're a multi-teacher studio, your instructors are right there. You can search for them. You can change the instruments that you teach, even though it's pretty arbitrary. The students do select an instrument when they sign up. So you might want to edit that. And then studio settings is just where we will start to, as we release features, give people more flexibility with whether they want that to be part of their studio. So, like the chat feature, if you don't want that to be something that your students can do, you can toggle that on and off, and it just disables this icon so they can't chat anywhere in the app. The subscription tab is, it's a little bit more clear in my opinion. So you can manage your subscription here. Either you're going to be the monthly base price or where you can add teacher seats as you deem fit if you're a multi-teacher studio, or unlimited teacher seats. And, I mentioned the new awards. There are, videos. We have to upload that one, it looks like, but there are videos for, you know, just info on how all these work. And this is the new, this is really nice and updated here. So let me just remove that. So the before, when you wanted to add custom rewards to your student, to their shop, you had to add stuff to the inventory and then go into the store and add it. It was kind of like, why do these two steps exist? So now, you know, all you have to do is click add item. You can name the prize, put it in the details, and then all of this is the same. And then it's just going to be, you know, whether you want to activate it. So like, let's pretend this is, you know, one I just put in, and then I don't want this to be in my student shop anymore. So I just mark it as inactive. And, you know, if I want to activate it down the line, I can just click that and that will start to show up in their shop. This is pretty much the same. You can just keep track of who has redeemed like a prize that you have to give them something. And then here you can see what you've given to people. So, you know, like if I mark this as redeemed, it moves over. It should move over there probably when I reload it. So there we go. So that's all in there. And then downloads, same. And then the leaderboard is pretty much the same. I just wanted to really show quickly a little bit of the mobile app. So let me just figure out how to do that. Share screen. So, yeah. So yeah, here we are, mobile app. You know, the features are pretty much the same as far as what I just showed on the web. I think the biggest thing is just a little bit of an easier way to access like the leaderboard and things from your dashboard here. Students and groups, we had a pretty good layout. You know, you can still use this little filter icon for stuff like that. Same thing with the library. That I think was driving some folks nuts. Just having like all of, like, you'd have to scroll left and right. So now there's this menu where you can search, etc. And you know, you can add assignments as you deem fit. You can't bulk upload on the mobile app. So if you are going to do a lot of like library maintenance, I strongly recommend using the web for that. And yeah, I mean, other than just like throughout like a new kind of easy to use flow and a nice look, the mobile app works the same. So I don't know how I'm open to questions now. And you know, we'll post this on Facebook and YouTube if people want to come back in. If you got to run, and we'll you know, keep an eye on the comments. So a student or two has left me a comment on their practice session, and I'm not notified there is a comment. Has this been addressed? You should be getting notified. I would email us. I think if you don't sometimes if you don't interact with a post, you might not get a notification. So, but we can look into that, Kathy. Thanks for bringing that up. So that has not been changed in this interface or in this new design. But we can definitely look at that. And then if you haven't received the mobile update, it came out about like 8:30 this morning. You might just have to refresh your app store. And if for whatever reason it's not showing up, just sit tight for a minute. It just can take a second to propagate. I literally released it and it didn't start showing up for me for like 15 minutes. and the students won't need to update anything. We haven't changed anything with that side of things. So students should be all good. Yeah, the biggest thing with this is that we started with the student app, and we had like a really great designer that we've worked with in the past work through the student app. And the teacher, especially the teacher web, was like just built by us, and there was never like a real designer working with us on it. So this is just something that happened. And, I think there's a bunch of other stuff that people won't see that is just going to make things run a lot smoother on the back end, and also make us gives us the ability to kind of move faster with building and trying things out. So, yeah, not sure any other questions. I don't have Faber books. No. I mean, you can, I mean, obviously you need to have anything you're putting in the library, you need to have the rights to share. You can bulk upload like assignments. So, there's nothing that prevents you from, saying like creating a CSV file that has, like the name of a piece. So, you can put in the title of the assignment, like piano piece. It's not showing.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So we do have, let me just, because this is a good feature. Let me just fix what I'm presenting. So yeah, so I mean, I went to here and you can download the template, and basically there'll be instructions, and what will pop up is this. So you can have piano piece 1, and then you can instructions, like whatever. I won't take a lot of time, and then you can tag it like piano method, whatever you want it to do, whatever you want it to be. And then you can add links. So if you have like demo videos on YouTube, or like that it exists of this piece, or you like to you can send them a link here, and then you can keep adding, I'm not a big numbers user, so but like piano piece 2, and then D whatever it is, and then same thing, and then you can export that as a CSV, and 2.0 demo in my downloads, and then you go here and you can upload that CSV. So and that's going to import to the platform, and then piano piece so you can bulk upload assignments in that way. That's something that would be helpful for people to use more, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think that if you have any issues, the best thing to do is to email us at info@practicespaceapp.com, because I just can't. I don't know what. Of course, we can figure that out with you. I just would have to look at why that's happening. The question is just my student stats. Some of my students aren't showing up in the overall stats. So yeah, Tony, just shoot us an email and we can definitely take a look at that for you. So. Is there any way to delete practice videos off so if you open the video, sorry. So I think the student can delete it, but maybe not the teacher right now, you know? So we can look at that. I think that there's definitely stuff to still be done, and you can always request features on our website. There at the bottom, there's a feature request form. So we do, read through these when we're getting ready to do a new sprint. The dashboard is generally going to be just keep getting updated and updated. So anything that you want to be removed eventually is just going to be so low that you're not going to see it anymore. But I think we could definitely look at giving people the ability um, to delete that video for sure. So, yeah. Any more questions? All right. Well, hey, everybody, hope you enjoy the new flow and the new version. Please, if you have any issues, the best thing to do is to email us at info@practicespaceapp.com. That is just going to be the best way for us to fix issues, etc. And would love to hear any feedback you all have. And have a great rest of your week. Cheers.